Okay, guys. So, good morning, good evening, everyone. S- So, let's get started. So, we talked about general overview of application integration, where we understood like how to make multiple applications to talk to each other, right? So, yeah, today we will talk about because we don't have connections, right? So, we need to create some connections in data integration, and after that, we will get into continuation of task flows and app integration, right? So yeah, so within app integration we have also talked about like how to create different types of service connectors through which we can talk to portal applications or third party REST APIs or third party WSL based applications or whatever. Yeah, so but ultimately there is a way to talk to third party applications from iics. So that part we talked about it, right? Yeah. So now let us try to understand, let's say from data integration, can we talk to Salesforce or some other application or not? So assuming that, so we need to send or receive the data from one of the cloud-based application, example, Salesforce. So what all the steps that we all need to follow? One, to pull the data from Salesforce. Second, to push the data to what? Salesforce. So if you're able to do that, rest follows, right? Like manipulation, all that, right? Yes. So in order to perform that, the first and foremost thing that we all need to do is we need to register the Salesforce. Yeah. So let me try to share my desktop. Yeah. So we need to register the Salesforce. So for that, we need to go to developer.salesforce.com. Can you see, guys? So you can just apply that URL and click on first developer edition sign up, right? Yeah. So if you've already registered, you can log in. Because I have already done it, I can log in. Or else you can fill in these details and click on sign me. Then in my case, I've already done it. So you can just click on what? Login. So we can supply what you call username and password. Yes. Yeah. So can you see, guys? So we could able to log in. In that, we can have what? N number of objects where we can pull the data from such objects. So I'm just trying to switch to classic form of Salesforce, or we can also switch to lightning form of like, Salesforce, whatever. So within that, can you see, guys? So we got accounts, contacts, and so on. So now let us say we need to pull the data from the Salesforce accounts object. By default, you have recently viewed. You want, let us say, all the accounts. You can see complete data here. So that's going to be the what I call question mark, right? So now we got the data in what? Salesforce. Now same thing, we need to get it onto what? To ISCS. If we could able to get it there, right? Which means we could able to interact with Salesforce from IICS application. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So now let us try doing it. So to do that, remember guys, we need to supply the Salesforce credentials plus we also need to supply what I call security token. Yeah. So where do you get it? You can just go to settings. Here we have reset my security token. Yeah. You can just get in here where you can just click on reset token button. Yeah. You'll get a mail. That's it. So I've already done it. So I've already kept it in what? In the notepad. Yeah. So we have Salesforce credentials like username, password, and token. And we need one more, which is URL. That comes by default in ISCS. So if you have four inputs, then we can able to talk to the Salesforce. So once you are done with that, the next step is what? We can specify appropriate object to pull the data from the specified object. Yeah. Yeah. So now let us try to get into what IICS. Yeah, I have registered yesterday. So with a different email ID. Yes. So you can go to data integration. Can you see here? Now agent is up and running, and we don't have any dashboard assets, right? Because it's empty now. So we registered yesterday only, right? Now let us try to build one mapping where we will try to connect to the Salesforce and get it transferred to let's say local system, yeah, or any on-prem system, right? Yes. So now let's go to source and configure what? Salesforce. Click on new connection and supply as a Salesforce connection. Yes. Can you see yet we got multiple types. Select what? Salesforce. In case if you don't have this Salesforce in the drop down, right? What we can do is let me just open another tab. So then go to administrator service where we can register fail version of Salesforce connector. Yeah. Let me show one. Rest you can take care. Yeah. Yeah. So our agent is up and running. Then I just made one as active server or service. Now can you see here? Add-on connectors. So we need to click on add-on connectors. Yeah. Here we can search for Salesforce. So that's it. Can you see here? Because we've already got it. So this is a default actually. You'll get it. But earlier versions, we have to download this explicitly. Now it comes by default. Yeah. So, but if you want to make use of this workday or want to make use of, let's say, Salesforce Analytics, you can just use that connector. Yeah. Like click on start field, get the job done. Similarly, you got multiple connectors here. Right? For example, in case if you have any Amazon web services, can you see here? You just start to use this. See, it's already there by default. But if you want this Amazon Redshift connector, yeah, so you can just click on start filter so that we can also connect to Redshift database of Amazon, right? That's another one, which is again cloud. Yeah, Mamata, I think you're asking one day, right? Yeah, now similarly, you can also see big table, yeah, it's a Google, yeah, and O data connector, Snowflake also. In case if you want to talk to Snowflake database to perform push and pull. Yeah. So that's it, guys, about connectors, right? So let me close this. So Salesforce, we have it. We selected anyway. We are trying to supply the inputs. So go to runtime environment, select appropriate agent, and can you see here? There are two ways to connect to the Salesforce. One, we are using that is standard. We can also use what? OAuth. For that, we have to have both customer key, secret and token, and URL. URL default it comes. Or else we can also go with what? Standard connection type. Here we can supply the username and then password, right? And URL comes by default. Yeah. But there's a token, right? Let's see. If we try to test it, the connectivity will not be successful. Let's see that. Yeah. Can you see here? So we have to have this login must use security token. Yeah. So that is not supplied, right? So for that, you need to go to advanced setting. It is a misleading thing, guys. Actually, it is not mandatory because we can see red star button, red star, right? So they are the mandatory ones. Logically, without this also should work, but they made as mandatory. In that case, they need to put the red star here, but they have not done it. That's fine. So we just have to copy and paste. Earlier it was there. I don't know. We just done it in different way. Yeah. So click on test now.
From where you got this security token information?
Here, can you see here? We need to go to Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
Then go to, can you see profile button? I clicked on it.
Okay.
Then click on settings. Can you see settings here?
Mm-hmm.
So then there is a
Good.
option
Reset.
on, yeah,
Okay.
reset my secure token under my personal information. Yeah.
Fine.
So once you are done with that, so you need to click on this button so that you'll get a mail to your registered mail ID. Yeah. So that I copied out on this notepad. Got right?
Yeah. So every time it will come, or like
No, only
whenever.
once.
Okay.
So you can just use it once. Then till this particular
The first
subscription.
time,
Yeah. So only first time I should do it.
First time you got it, again it is asking reset
No,
security
no, no.
token.
If you want to, in case if you have forgotten, let us say, in
Okay.
that case, again you can reset and use latest secure token. Yeah.
Got it. Clear.
Like normally in US, and not only US, we use pagers, right? Every now and then you'll be getting tokens. Right? That's latest one. But here, demand on demand. In the sense, if you want it, you can get the latest, or else you can use the old one. In case you forgot the old one, right, you can also get the new one by resetting it. Yeah, like resetting a password we do, right? Same as that. Yeah, yeah. So now I think this is successful, right? Yeah. So can you see here? Test for this connection is successful. That's it, guys. And then say okay.
Okay, so there's no need to reset each time. So once the connection is established, that's it. So we can use this connection again and again.
Exactly. Till this subscription gets over. Subscription means we normally subscribe to Salesforce, right? So it will expire in some day, right? Till that, this token is valid. You got right. Uh, that's Ravi.
Okay, got it. So until see the Salesforce is always active, right? So the Salesforce also expires
We register, it will expire in 1 month. It's a trail version,
one
but yes.
month. Oh, 1 month. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yes. Commercial means you are right. Yeah, that's also limit actually
then
6 months.
again after 1 month, Simba, we have to go with another email ID, right? To get the access.
Yes, you are right.
Same like ISS. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Thank you.
fine. Now connectivity got established, right? I hope till is clear, no? We know how to register by getting into what? Developer.salesforce.com. I think from there we started, right? Yes or no? So I started with explaining step by step from the beginning, right?
Right.
So now let us understand like how to make use of it. Yeah. So now, so one of the object that we'll try to use to retrieve the data from it. Yeah. Let's see. Accounts. I think we have seen it, right? This accounts object we have. And if you want the complete data from here, select all accounts. So you will see all the accounts data here. See whether we could able to pull this data onto ISS environment or not. Yeah. Can you see here? These are the list of objects available in the Salesforce. This is what connection is applied, right? Yeah. So, and the connection type is Salesforce. This is the name of the connection we gave. Yeah. Now there are n number of objects within this Salesforce. So you can just click on drop down to see what all we have. Right. Now we can only select one object from here. So for example, let's say we are focusing on account, right? So it will be filtered based on the account. If you click on it, can you see here we got account object. That's what we saw over here. Corresponding data can be seen here, right? Now you can say okay. Yes, clear, right? Now if you click on fields, here we can see what all the fields, ID, name, type, parent ID, all that. Yeah. So whatever columns or attributes that we can see, like account name, account site, billing state, phones type, whatever, right? So all that can also be seen within what iics, which means with this we can say that we could able to establish the connectivity to what Salesforce. Yeah. Any questions till now? Now the next question. We have seen the metadata. We have seen now. We have not seen preview data. Let us see that also. If we click on preview, see whether we could able to get the data or not. Yes, we got the data, right? Like ID, master ID, name, type, all that,
You-
right?
So before we load, we can preview this data.
Yes. Yeah. So now, once you are done with that, so let us try to supply the target connection. So this is empty, right? So we don't have any connection related to what flat files, whatever. So let's create one. This is a problem, guys. Before expiry, it is better to what? Export and keep it ready. But in case if you have, let's say, forgot to do that, right? So what we can do is there is a fallback option to get it from backend. So go to program files and select location where you have installed it. Yes or no? So go to this location and then here you will have options to get particular what you call metadata. Yeah. So this way we can get it, but yes, this is a long approach. Yeah. You'll not lose anyway. You'll have it in some form. Yeah. This is one way to get it. And second way is what? We can also get connected to ICR, which is Informatical Cloud Repository. So from there, we could able to obtain complete metadata. That's the best way actually. This is just like fallback option, you can say. Yeah. Now let us apply the target connection. I'll just give you target existing target file connection. Yeah. So let us apply here and type. So let's say we are trying to transfer data from Salesforce to a flat file, right? So that's it. Yeah. So this is same as earlier, guys. We all know that. Yeah. P colon target. Yeah. Yes, it is successful. Yeah. Now let us apply the mapping Salesforce to flat file, right? So this is the default location. So we don't have any other projects other than default because it's a newly subscribed one, right? So that's it. Yeah. So now let us try to save it. Invalid, right? So we did not configure this completely, right? Yeah. salesforce tgt.txt. Yeah. Yes. And run it. Yeah. So meantime, if you have any questions, you can just ask, guys. Mamata, you are there?
Yes, Nasima.
Yes. I think one day you were trying to ask this question, right? Cloud
Yeah,
connection. I think today we are doing that. Yeah.
yeah, it's clear now.
Yeah.
Narsima,
Yes, please.
uh, like suppose if my company wants to bring the tokenized data, is there any transformation available in iics or uh, can I do it in Salesforce?
Yes. So tokenize means, yeah, there are many ways to think on that. One definition of tokenization is what? Divisioning of source system data into multiple words or strings. You know, like for example, if you have a line of text which contains 10 words, then we need to convert that to what? 10 separate words. That's one way to define tokenization, right? So that if you want that to be achieved within this ISCS, we got what? Parser. So through that we can take care of it. Mamata, if you have some other definition, let me know. Yeah.
Okay, Narsima.
Yeah. Second way definition from MDM perspective, there also we perform divisioning based on what SSA algorithm. So we use appropriate encryption algorithm using which we perform divisioning of source system data into what? Multiple tokens, which can't be uh, seen as normal text, but we can see it as what? Encrypted text. But it's a division one only. Yeah. The second example. But here we have got like in local environment also, you guys would have used parser transformation, right? We have this in
Yes.
information developer. So yes, same concept holds good even here also. Mamata. Yeah.
Okay.
But for that, we have got the separate service, which is data quality service. So in that only we could configure and get it used as part of this transformation. There's a separate transformation to do that. Yeah? So that's it. Yeah. So now, so we got 13 rows, right? So we can look at the status of it, success, and 13 rows, and source 13, target 13. All the rows got transferred. Yeah? So that's okay. Now let us see the data in the target Salesforce, right? Yes. So these are what column names, right? So now we can see data from here. Yeah? whatever data. So we can search like whatever data that you want from Salesforce, let's say. So we expect, let's say, edge communication. I'm just randomly searching for something. Oh, what I copied? Not.
Yeah, Narasimha, I'll drop for the day today, so I'll watch the recording later.
Sure, sure. Okay, Ravi. Yeah. Yes. So now, yeah, can you see, guys? This is a row. Edge communications. Yeah. Customer direct, whatever, right? Other corresponders can be seen. Customer direct, whatever. Yeah. So likewise, you can search for any row, all the rows, you will have it. You can just open an Excel sheet, whatever, this target file, right? So you will see in the right format. Yeah? So that's it, guys. So like how to get the data from the Salesforce to iics. Yeah? So now let us try to what I call perform some mathematical operations. Yeah. So I think expression transformation we have not discussed, right? So let us try doing that. Yeah. So let us create one connection for flat file for source. Fine. Yeah. So select flat file and supply agent. So location, let's say C source. Yeah. Yeah, this is successful. Now it is done. Now let us take one file as input, whatever, like what we did earlier. Yes, SAQ1. Say okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that is done. Now let's use say expression transformation. Yeah. So now let us start performing some mathematical operations. So like we have got categorical functions like string based functions, numeric functions, logical functions, data conversion functions, date based functions, whatever. Right? So depending upon whatever you want, you can just click on plus and add, let us say, the output field, which let's us str concat. You know, assuming that we are going to perform concatenation, like full name is equal to first class salutation, middle name, all that, right? So let us say okay. So now click on configure and supply the function. So we need to go to this drop down, select built-in functions and expand string where we can see concat. Yeah. So here you can supply any field name. So you can just go to fields and add first one. Second one, if you want, we can use what constant. Yeah? That's I'll just put my name. So it's not allowing double quotes. So we can use what single quote. Yeah. Yeah. And validate. So that's it. Yeah. Now it is okay, right? Yeah. Now we should get C1 data, which is from source on another static. Yeah. So this is the first thing. Now let's apply the target. Yes. So expression tgt dot txt. Yeah. So mapping underscore expression, right? And then save it. Yeah. So we have not executed, right? So let's execute. Yeah. So now let's try to refresh it. See, we've got 7 rows, right? So let us see the result. Yeah. See, this is str concat, right? This input data anyway. See, 1 is a source, which is C1. Then space Narasimha we inserted. It's a truncating, right? A is missing, right? Because of what?
Because there is a 10 character, length is 10,
Size issue.
but here is 11, yes.
Exactly. So we can just change the length, right?
Correct.
This one, right? You are asking. Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So we can just go to that field and get it changed. Yeah.
Should
Fine.
should be here.
Fine. Okay. Now let's focus on another one, which is, let us say, any string based operation. Yeah. That's a length for input string. So length normally integer, right? So length is there, huh? ASCII length is there. Lowercase, uppercase, and we have replace. Let's say replace also. That's a good one. So input, let's say 1. Yeah. So validate. That is the next. We'll focus on replace string or character, where we can replace one with another. Yeah. Based on occurrence.
I think length, if you do like a new column, then it will be better because we know C1 always one length, right? One.
Yes, only one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Only one will come, right? So we'll just use what, let's say, concat, you know. So then C1 with C2, yeah. And then one more is required. Fine. Now we are trying to concat, then get the length from them. Is that fine?
Yeah.
We'll get more than one. Yeah. Okay. Say okay. Okay. So let us try to refresh. Yes. Count is same. So we got length, right? So 2, 2, 2. Here 3 because 2 characters plus 1 character. Yeah. So here also is 3 because 1 plus 2. Here is 2 only because empty and 2. This one, right? That's it. Yeah. Okay. Now let us talk about replace. Yeah. So replace string or whatever, right?
So how to change mapping name from here?
Oh, mapping name. Huh? Click on workspace. Here you can change. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
say mapping expression, the string based operations. Example, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay, thank you.
So now let's click on configure and select what this is character level replacement. This is for string build. String is superset, right? So we can use this. Yeah. Here, see, we don't need to remember like arguments, all that, because there is a signature here. Yeah. So, like a flag indicates case sensitive or insensitive. If you say 1, it allows what? Case sensitive, which is true. Yeah. Next is what? Input string. Let's say input string, I'll just put static string. Let's say A, B, C, A, and so on. Yeah, 3 A's, right? Then, so flag is true over. The function would scan. Scan means this input string. Replace all string 2, which means, let's say, we are supplying what? A here. So, this A will be searched from a given input string, which is scanning, right? Then it is going to replace with what we can have n number of strings. We have just given, let's say, only 1. Then it is going to replace all the occurrences with string 4, which is the last one. Let's say I'll just put X here. Yeah, fine. So that's it. Clear, right? Like how to understand the signature. And there's a description also. We're just blindly following that and supply the inputs. Validate. Yeah. So this way, guys, we can perform. See, replace means what? find and replace. Just like what standardizing the data. Yeah. So there is another cleanse function which is part of data quality again. So using that also we can perform this, which is search and replace or find and replace. Yeah. Yeah. So that's one place where we can change the mapping name. Other place is what we can go to explore and go to project, and inside that you can see multiple mappings, right? Here we can make a copy, or we can also what rename it. This is one way. Other way, sorry.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah. So now let us see here. Yes. Let us refresh it. Yes, it is done. Now we can see the result. Yeah, can you see here? Replace string. Wherever there's a, right? All the occurrences of a got replaced with x. Yeah. So that's what we wanted, and it is done. Clear, guys? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Let us come out from this string-based operations. Now we'll jump into date-based operations. Yeah. So date means first thing. Let us get the system date or date that we get it from the source. Second, extract some month or day or year from the date, and then convert date to a string. Once you convert, right, we can perform like a substring, like a extract part of a given input string, which is let's say date, right? So likewise, we'll try to perform date-based operations, then conversion also from date to a string and vice versa. Yeah? Let us try doing it. Yeah? So I'm just trying to cover essential things which will be used in projects. Other things are straightforward, lowercase, uppercase. This is very straightforward, right? Yeah. So now let us take what is that? Yeah, date. So date result, where we are going to store it in what? Date time. There's a type, right? We need to select byte type. If you don't do that, let's say if we select string, you'll get an error. Yeah? So there are subsystem variables also. Can you see here? Sysdate. We can also use sysdate and validate. See here, data type is return value, but we have given string which is not compatible, right? So for that, what we need to do? We need to change the type from string to date time. We can go back there and revalidate. Now it is valid. That's it. Yeah. See whether we are going to get system data or not. You will get it anyway. Just to confirm, we are going to do it. Yeah. fine. So let's try to refresh it. Yeah. See, we got right. So date includes what? Date and time, right? DD, YY, then hours, minutes, and seconds. This format. Yeah. That's a default. It follows, right? So that's done, right? So now let us talk about other date-based operations. Yeah. Let us say extract part of date, extract part from date, like for example month or day, whatever, right? That part will be string type only. Yes or no? So let's see. Okay, now let's go to built-in functions and expand date, where we can see add to date, date compare, get date part. Click on it and supply date as what? Sysdate, and format, let's say right? And say validate. Yeah. So now we can see expression is valid. So we should get only month extracted from this particular system date. Yeah. So let's see that.
So we don't need to use substar or instar function in here, right?
Substring, huh?
Yeah, substar function we don't need to use to extract date, right?
Yeah, that also you
Yeah.
can do it. See, there are many ways to do it. See, we have a simple function, so which is a get part, right? So which means
Yeah.
we can just specify the format. So from that you can get like whatever you want, either day,
I see.
or month, or year. Yes, what you said is also right. We can also use subtract also. Not only that, we can also use another one. So convert date to a string. After that, substring it. Substring is where you can specify start position and length, which is the number of characters. From that also you can extract. So there are many ways to do it. I'm just trying to show one of the option here. Yeah.
Got it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So let's refresh it. So it is done. Now we can look at only month in the target. See, we got two, right? February. That's it. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes. So now, so likewise, we can perform any date-based operations. Yeah. So year or month, sorry,
For month
day.
and year, we can include that,
Yeah.
right? As well.
Yes. Yes. One we have done. Rest you guys can take care. Right. So yeah. Any questions from anybody?
Sima,
So
Yes.
one of
Yes.
the class na, just show to us Power Center XML import to IACs.
Oh, Power Center to ISAS migration, right? That's what your
You,
question, right, bro?
correct. You can show
Yes.
to
Yeah, sure.
next class maybe.
Yeah, it's a very simple. Just to answer question, right? So here
Mhm.
there is a component called, say, let's say in Power Center, we got a maplet. Yeah. Then can you see PC import option here? We can
Mhm.
supply XML file to get it. That's one way. And second way is what? Let's say workflow is there. And we have exported workflow onto XML. So that also we can get it exported from Power Center to XML. From here, XML to ISCS. That's the second way. And third is what we have another service which is which has got automatic migration. So, but we need to have separate license for it. So we can see PC to cloud conversion. Got it? We can also
Mhm.
make use of it. This is Power Center Cloud Conversion. What it does is all the like either source definition, target definition, maplets or mappings or workflows or tasks, worklets, sessions, all that, right? All of
Mhm.
them will be migrated to the cloud environment automatically. But there are some minor issues. So we'll get some validation issues which has to be fixed by ourselves. It's not 100,
Manually.
yeah, it's not 100 guaranteed, but majority of the things will be migrated, Bharat. Yeah.
Do you have this license for PC to cloud
No,
to complete?
no, I don't have
No.
it. It's very simple. I've used it, but it's
Mhm.
very simple. It's not complex. Like for example, we
Same,
export same
same
in
way
Power
we are doing. Okay.
exactly. Like in Power Center also we export XML, right? So we go
Mhm.
to some other environment and copy that XML to that environment, import it. It's same as that. Yeah,
So
right?
first option you can show me like not
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
later on.
Definitely I'll show one of the options.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
And
So
Narasimha, in the real-time scenario, the companies will take that license, right?
exactly, you're right. They'll take the license. Yeah. Right. Okay.
And in the date month format, which you show it to the last point, right? So just you took the month. So we can take the any standard of time, right? In it, like mm, month, date, and year, then year, month, and date, or something like that. If you want to
Yeah,
switch or
yeah.
swap.
Yes. Format you can specify. There's a last argument, right? FMT, which is a format. So if you
Right.
want our date should be in that format instead of DD, YY, right? We can also have DD, YY, whatever format that you want. Yeah.
Got it. Thanks.
Yes. Yeah. So that's all, guys, for today. So we'll continue from here tomorrow. Huh? Thanks to all and bye.
On Monday. Nice weekend.
Yes,
Thank
Monday.
you.
Yeah. Happy week. Bye.
Finally, Friday.